Out of respect for his senior's hobby, the guy walked with her every single day. Good thing it was just a nightmare, but when he woke up, the real world turned out to be just as terrifying. Ever since he found out the love letter was actually from his little sister, she stopped pretending. Not only did she steal a kiss when he wasn't looking, she kept jumping on top of Wee Wee. It got to the point where he could barely breathe. He suddenly flipped her over and warned her to back off, but to avoid ending up on the streets, he still reached out to his buddy Gino for help. What he didn't know was, Gino was hanging out with Luna at that moment. After hearing about Huey's mess, Gino could only say his cousin was crashing at his place. Meanwhile, Luna cheerfully offered, "My place is completely free." But before Huey could even get excited, he felt a sudden wave of deadly intent. He quickly said he'd find another solution. Shortly after saying goodbye to Gino and Luna, Huey ran into Nico, who had just pulled an all-nighter. The next second, his stomach growled loudly. When Nico heard it, she immediately handed him the food she was holding, and asked what was wrong, genuinely concerned. After listening, she told him, "Rui is actually super popular with guys, but she's turned every single one down, so you should appreciate what you have." Still, Huey couldn't bring himself to see Rui as more than a friend. Then suddenly, a heavy rain started pouring down. Huey got knocked over by a stranger on the street, and finally decided to head home, but because he was soaked and cold, he got sick as soon as he got back. Rui ran around taking care of him non-stop. Once he started feeling better, his senior showed up out of nowhere, climbed enthusiastically into his bed, saying she was using her body heat to keep him warm, but in the blink of an eye, she passed out cold. Right then, Rui walked in with a bowl of freshly made porridge. Huey panicked and tried to explain, but Rui completely ignored him. While he was hesitating over whether to wake up his senior, his junior showed up too, carrying a few novels to help him kill time while recovering. But no sooner had she finished speaking, she walked over to the bed, and physically dragged the senior off it. And just like that, the two girls were at each other's throats again. Huey rolled his eyes and said, "Can you guys not fight the second you see each other?" But the next moment, they both latched onto him again. Seeing this, Rui had no choice but to kick the two of them out of the house. By then, Huey was pretty much recovered. He went to Rui on his own, and asked her when she first started liking him. Rui told him honestly, "It must have been the first time we met. You looked at me and said, 'We're going to be family forever from now on.' You probably didn't mean much by it, but for someone who had just lost their real family, that was the kindest thing anyone had ever said to me. So I'd been hiding my feelings all this time."